All right, another loss for the Padres. This one thankfully didn't come with a terrible injury to it, but our hearts and minds right now are injured again. That's for sure. 6-2 was the final, and going into today, this felt like a game that you definitely should win if you're the Padres. You're trying to go win a division still. Missed opportunity tonight. The Dodgers lost to the Pirates, and you lose. It was like that other week where the Dodgers they lost to the Rockies, I think, and then the Padres that day, I believe, lost. So really frustrating. But again, going back to going into today, Wells on the mound for the Orioles. He hadn't pitched in over a year. You would think, oh, he's not going to go 5 innings. He's going to have some sort of a limited pitch count. No, he actually goes 5 innings and he walks nobody and strikes out four. Arise did get him with the homer, the 2-run homer, but yeah, other than that, I mean, Orioles had what is that? Four relievers come into this game, give up no runs. And what really sucked was that bases loaded situation where that was Stroud was on the mound before Garcia came in, but walks the bases loaded. And you've got Arise coming up, you've got Manny coming up, and it's like, all right, yep, that's the chance right there. And it was so weird. It's just because I think we're not used to Arise striking out, but him swinging through that ball and striking out, because it was a 3-2 count. So I was thinking, well, knowing Luis Ariz, he's going to swing at ball four here, and hopefully he finds a hole. That's literally what I was thinking before this pitch. Then 3-2 comes, and it was a pitch that he definitely should have hit. It's not like it was way out of the zone or anything. It wasn't like it was a nasty breaking ball. Nope, pretty straight, and he swung through it. It was just so weird because it looked like he was trying to go opposite field with the pitch when he didn't need to because that pitch was, I think, knee height, pretty much middle in terms of like where on the plate it was. And he just swung through it. So wasn't expecting that pitch, or he was trying to do too much, trying to do Luis Ariz too much, if that makes sense in that situation. That was weird. And then Manny, first pitch swinging on a breaking ball that's not his pitch to hit. And he didn't get out on that pitch. He swung and missed, but just frustrating stuff like that. Like with Ariz, first pitch, there's a lot of times swing the bat. With Manny, sometimes it's too aggressive. But Manny obviously ends up grounding out in that force out 6-4 to end that inning there. And it's just like, if the Padres are going to keep playing like this, I know they're down players. Merrill just came back. I know Tatis obviously dealing with the hamstring. I don't think that just went away. Bogey obviously out. Like Mason McCoy was playing shortstop today. I understand, and Crony was moved over to short at one point. I understand that they're playing down guys. This is not their A team right now, but it's still a lot of guys that are on the A team. It's not like they have their whole team hurt. And, getting blown out by a Twins team that's not good. The Orioles are the worst team in the American League East. You got Darvish on the mound, and pitching is a whole nother thing. But offensively, if you're going to keep playing like this, your big guys aren't going to come through like, what was happening tonight. I know Rice got the homer, but, I mean, that was his first homer since July. That's not going to happen very much, especially on a homer to the gap. That's just not going to happen very much. So if they're going to keep playing like this, they're not going to be going on a World Series run. They're not going to be going on an NLCS run. And if we go to the pitching side of things, when are we going to get a quality start from a starting pitcher? Because Nick Pivetta was doing it all the time. But now, guys, Darvish goes 4 innings. Cease, we know can't trust him in big games. At least that's how I feel. He goes like 4 innings the other night. So it's just like Adam's down. And then you're even with Adam, like you still weren't getting length recently from your starting pitching. And to get through September, you're going to need length from the starting pitching because if you're just going to keep overworking this bullpen, or is Schultz like, nope, we got to save these big guys for the postseason and not be pitching them back-to-back days very much. Definitely not 3 days in a row. Then you're going to be trusting Yuki Matsui to be pitching every day for you, Alec Jacob to be pitching every day for you. David Morgan, come postseason time, you probably want him to be in that high leverage group because of what he's done for the most part this season, especially with Adam going down. Starting pitchers aren't going to go 6 innings every postseason game. So do you want to be overusing David Morgan here in the month of September? Right? So thankfully, there's the expanded roster so that you can have an Alec Jacob on this roster. He picked up a couple of innings today. But this is worrisome. This starting pitching just not. And some of it you could say, well, Schilt could have let him go a little bit longer. But that's not every time. And even if he could have gotten another out, another couple outs. Well, that's still 5 innings. That's 4 2/3 innings. It's not like it's 6. So that's got to change. Obviously, offensively, 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. The Padres, the easiest, or definitely one of the easiest schedules remaining. Like that's been talked about, and they're not capitalizing on that. Not capitalizing in this Orioles series. Not capitalizing that Twin series. And I know they're playing down some guys, but their best players, Manny, you want to go to like most talented, right? You throw Tatis in there, obviously. Like those guys are healthy. Or I shouldn't say they're healthy. They're dealing with stuff. Manny, he's dealing with something. He's just not going to tell the media, obviously. And I get that. Tatis, he's not fully healthy. But they're in the lineup. So if you're in the lineup, we're going to have these expectations for you. And Manny's not the same. He's not performing at the level that he was when the Padres obviously were winning at a higher clip. It's not a coincidence. So as much as I was like, oh, great, Luis Ariz with a homer tonight, that's not what he's been. That's not what he's going to be. So that's an outlier. Right now, what an outlier for this Padres offense is scoring a bunch of runs in a game. Because they're just not doing that right now. If I go to their schedule here and just look up the scores recently here, 2 runs, 3 runs in these back-to-back losses to the Orioles, 2 runs in the loss to the Twins. Bunch of runs against the Twins in the middle game, but then losing to the Twins in that first game. Losing 2 out of 3 to the Mariners on the road. Close games. The Dodgers series took 2 out of 3 there, and it was like, all right, we're right there. It's for the taking. You could still argue that it's for the taking, but it's more like the Dodgers giving it to the Padres than the Padres going and taking it at this point, if that ends up happening. And I can't sit here and be like, oh yeah, they're going to go win the division the way they're playing. You got to go take it. And I know the Dodgers aren't playing great baseball, but I'm focused on the Padres. And right now, it's not even about the division for me. It's about, can they be playing great baseball at the right time? And they don't have to be doing it necessarily right now, but they got to be doing it at the end of this month. And we're just reacting to what's happening right now. And right now, it's just unacceptable. It's just not good enough. It's not good, period. Never mind good enough. So disappointing. Another disappointing night. Another missed opportunity. Dodgers lose, and you can't pick up the game. Trying to look for any Schilt quotes. I don't see them yet, so we'll see what he says post-game. I do see a tweet here, Clark Farrenhold. Padres team power numbers in the 6th inning or later this season. 29th in Major League Baseball in home runs with 51. 27th in baseball in, I don't know what ISO is. Not going to lie. I don't know what that is, but 131. That doesn't sound very good. 27th in baseball. And then 25th in slugging. Power numbers, 6th inning or later. Not good. When you're trying to come back in games, because that's been a problem too. Like the Padres, they've gotten themselves in a hole pretty early, just like they did today. And I know it wasn't a huge hole in that first inning, but 1-0 hole, like it's still a hole, and it's It's not a good start. Jeremiah Jackson just leading off the game there with a homer. Not a great feeling. And it just makes it harder. And come postseason time, if they get in a hole, how long is that leash going to be from Schilt, right? So how taxed is that bullpen going to be? And you're down Jason Adams, who, by the way, the update there is he is expected to get surgery tomorrow. But if you listened, I was listening pregame to his media scrum today, talking to the media, and I'm like, man, I feel so bad for that guy. But it seems like he's reacting as well as he can. He's going to be there to support the team, obviously, support his teammates. But yeah, that's a big blow, obviously, and it's not like I'm feeling better coming off of tonight because they scored 2 runs, and it was not that necessarily was a fluke. Literally, the home run because Arise did get it. It's not like it bounced off the outfielder's glove and went over the wall. But you get what I'm saying when a fluke. Like that's not going to happen every night, and that's not going to happen once a week even. That's just not who he is. So yeah, not encouraging. These starting pitchers got to give more. Got to give more length. We'll see when Michael King is another guy that isn't back yet. We'll see when he gets back. But yeah, quick standings update, real quick. Yeah, Dodgers scored 7 runs tonight and lost. Like that was a big opportunity there, and the Padres just didn't capitalize on it. 2.5 back of the Dodgers for the division, but again, Dodgers have the tiebreaker, so it's really not 2.5 games back. Padres, they're 4 games back of the first wild card, so that's going to be rough. So they're 1 game up on the final. They're 6 games up on a playoff spot. Like they're going to make the playoffs, but it's a matter of matchups. Are they going to be the second wild card, or are they going to get passed over by the Mets? So we'll see.